by communicating with them. Just like a relationship in your physical reality, the strength of a relationship grows with communication, with interaction. So allow for yourself to create different types of permission slips where you can then easily interact with these guides. Now, in terms of whom they are, we know for many of you, this may be a very captivating curiosity to understand whom and what you are working with. But we're going to remind you of the basics. Everything is you. Other beings, other entities, spirits, angels, what have you, are all different reflections of yourself. That doesn't mean these beings don't have their own reality. It simply means you are experiencing higher levels of yourself through their reflection. So ultimately, you are working with levels of yourself that transcend your own ego structure and resonate with the frequency of what you consider to be your spirit. So you're always working with you. And if you know that at your core, you are unconditional love, joy, passion, ecstasy, then you know that whomever, whatever you're working with at that level is you could say, more obvious embodiment and representation of those baseline energies that make you up. So at the core, you're working with higher frequency versions of yourself that have greater allowance of the frequencies that you consider to be love, joy, and ecstasy. If you know and trust in that idea and in those basics, it doesn't matter the specifics, because you will, in that sense, be allowing those beings and their energies to work harmoniously with you. And in that sense, you will find that you can actually, through that knowingness, that trust, that allowing, get to know them more, again, through communicating with them. The communication with them can be explored in a variety of ways. You can simply go into a memory that represents your connection with them, or you can simply feel your connection with them, and then allow for yourself to begin to go into a state of amplification of those frequencies. Take the feeling that represents the connection and allow for your breath to amplify the feeling. Allow for your love in your heart to amplify that feeling until it grows and grows and grows, until it is a full body state. Once it's a full body state, express that energy in whatever way, shape, or form you're excited to. You can visualize the idea of that energy and what it might look like. You can draw it. You can write about it. You can move and flow with it. And the idea is that will allow for you in a very conscious way to synchronize with the energy of your guides who are assisting you in healing, so you can begin to perceive them more clearly. Remember, the basics really are all that are essential. Remembering that everything is you. Beings of a higher frequency are simply allowing for more of the baseline energies that make you up to be expressed through them, which is why they often come through in healing spaces, because healing is simply raising one's frequency to a state of alignment. So knowing this, you have more than enough to be able to strengthen your connection and to allow for the communication between you and these guides to be more obvious. And we thank you for your question.